It's cold today. Like, below zero feels like -57 cold. Like, but that's okay because this video is going to be hot. That was the dumbest thing that I have ever said. Please act like you never heard that, and let's move on. Today we're talking about Lego photography for adults. So something that I've been working on the last couple days and something that I want to continue pushing for in 2022 is I want to take my Lego Instagram account in a different direction, in a direction that I don't think, at least from what I've seen up until this point, that a lot of people have taken Lego photography to. Now, I want to preface all of this by saying I know I said Lego photography for adults. I don't mean that if there's somebody watching this video right now that is an adult, collects Lego, and maybe you just snap some pictures with your phone every once in a while and you share those photos on a Lego Instagram account. You're not editing those photos. It's not photography driven. I'm not saying that if you're not taking photos the way that I'm going to show you in this video, that means that your account is bad or that I think you should change what you're doing. That's not what I'm saying at all. This video is just me sharing how I'm going to be taking photos moving forward of Lego, the different styles that I've chose, and just sharing that stuff with all of you. So don't think that I'm saying that I won't follow you or you're weird or your photos are bad if you're not taking them like this. So there's 3 different ways I think you can do this. There's 3 different photo styles that I've come up with that I'm going to be using on my Lego Instagram account moving forward. And those 3 things are number 1, which I'm calling the display shot, number 2, the real world shot, and number 3, the kind of lifestyle / EDC vibe shot. And we'll touch more on that when we get there, but let's just jump right in and start off with number 1, the display shot. Now for me, up here in the office, display shots are literally everywhere because I have shelves and shelves of Lego on display, and that's essentially just what this photo is. Taking a photo of the Lego in the spot where it is displayed, no matter where that is. So I have a shelf here in the office with multiple sets, Ecto 1, Seinfeld, Porsche 911 up there, International Space Station. So it's pretty much as simple as just making sure the light's good, walking over here, snapping a photo of any of these sets, and calling it a day. For example, here's one I shot of the Porsche 911 a couple weeks back when the light looked incredible. That was a super cool photo. That's a super good example, but sometimes I don't always want to take these photos in my office. What I would do in that situation if I don't want to take the photo in my office is I would just take the Lego set and bring it to a different part of my house, making it look like that's where it's on display. So for example, here's a photo of the Lego Space Shuttle Discovery downstairs on a little cabinet we have in our dining room. But it's taken in a way where it looks like if I used my entire house as my display case for my Lego, that's probably where I would put that. This is a photo style that Lego themselves is even using on their website, and I think it looks super cool. It really highlights a Lego set, especially the bigger ones, especially the more adult-based Lego sets. It looks really good to take a photo of a Lego set as if it was a display piece and not so much a toy, because this also kind of goes back to the for adults thing. Is I'm always trying to take photos that make the Lego feel a little less like a toy, because to me it's not a toy. And if you're someone that still lives in a world where Lego is a toy and it's weird for adults to collect it, you're not really welcome here, but it's 2022, so get with the times. But the display shot is a perfect way to do that, in my opinion. Shot number 2, the real world shot. Taking the Lego out of the Lego world and putting it into the human world, as if the Lego was alive and moving around in the world among us. I know that's a little creepy to think about, but it's also kind of cool to think about, if you ask me. Imagine you're just hanging out in your kitchen and it's just like a Lego dude walking around. Whatever, let's move on from that because it's getting a little weird in here. But like at the beginning of this video, you saw me taking a photo down in my kitchen of this little Lego City mobile crane, which is an incredible set, by the way. Lego, you did a phenomenal job on this. But you saw that I took a photo using this crane as if these little construction workers were using the crane to make a cup of tea. So I boiled some water, I put it in a cup, and I attached the tea bag to the hook and had it, you know, look like these little construction workers were lowering the tea bag into the teacup. So that's a perfect example of what I mean by the real world shot, taking the Lego and putting it into the real world. There's tons of different ways that you can do this. For example, here's another one I shot a long time ago of this little barista minifigure with a little coffee cart downstairs in front of my espresso machine with some coffee beans spilled around. And then another one is this safari truck with a little adventure dude, you know, hanging out in the grass in my front lawn. So taking the Lego out of the Lego world and into the human world, or mixing those two things together. I think that's a super rad shot. It's something that I don't use a lot, but it's something that I want to continue using moving forward, especially after I took that tea photo, because I had a lot of fun with that and I think it came out great. Shot number 3, which is slowly but surely becoming my favorite of all of the photos we're going to talk about today, because I just had so much fun shooting a couple of these photos, and I think it's a super interesting style that I don't know if anyone else is doing. I don't know if I've come up with this. I'm not going to claim it as my own, but I haven't seen it, so we'll just leave it at that. But this is the lifestyle / EDC shot. Some of you might be saying, well, what does Lego have to do with everyday carry? Technically nothing, and it's really not an EDC shot at all. It's just me taking inspiration from the EDC photography of Instagrammers that I follow now and putting that into my Lego photography and taking my Lego photos like they're taking their EDC photos. I think it's a really, really interesting mix of styles. Here's a couple of examples of things that I've shot in the last couple days. This first one here was heavily inspired by a recent photo on Pete's Pirate Life. And here's another one that's taken kind of like how a lot of these people will take photos of their pocket knife in their pocket there, in that little spot that gets kind of all ripped up from a pocket knife. But instead it's a Lego minifigure. I just think it's fun. It's fun to play with these things. And I'm really looking forward to continue taking photos like this, because this style just seems so cool to me, and I'm really excited to take more photos like that moving forward. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, my dudes. Those are the 3 photo styles that I will be using moving forward on my Lego Instagram account to make it feel a little more mature, a little more, I don't know, not so toy-like. I'm really looking forward to some of these photos, some of the photo ideas I have in my head. I think it's gonna be good stuff. So if you want to keep up with this, if you want to see more of these photo styles, definitely consider checking out that link down there to the City of Plastic Instagram account. And I hope to see you there. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here right now. And I'll be equally as glad if I see you over there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped somebody. If you just found it interesting, I don't know, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And expect more videos, including Lego, very soon, because I'm going hard with the Lego vids this year. I'm excited. That's it. I love you. I'm glad you're here. Make something.